everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to explain step by step how the login feature works. So first, let's start with adding the secret key in the environment variable. So let's just add. Okay, this key is really important. This is the key that I'm going to use to sign our JWT token. And of course, we do not want to hard code it. That's why I added it inside the .env file. Alright, so let's just create the login request. Here, I'm gonna add another one for login request. That's it. But it's gonna take the email, not the username, because the email is unique. So I can check for if the user exists using their email. Okay, so now let's create the JWT generator. So inside our core folder, I'm gonna create a file for the JWT handler. Let's first load the .env file to get the secret key from it. Okay, import. And now we need to get the secret key. Yeah, but it's not there. So this is our secret key. Okay, and also we need to set the algorithm that we're going to use. And set the expiration time. We need to set it, let's make it a day, not just an hour. Okay, so now we can create a function that's gonna generate the token. Okay, first I need to copy the data that I want to encode, and then I need to set the expiration time. Okay, okay, then we sign the token with the secret key. Go to JWT. Yeah. I use the JWT.encode function to sign the token with the secret key. Now we just need to return the JWT string, but also we need to add the time zone and the time. Okay, great. So now we're gonna create the login service. So let's create another one for the login. Yeah, as we said, I'm gonna use the email with the username. Okay, the first thing that I'm gonna do inside the login function is search for the user in the database by their email. I have created a function that searches for the user with their email in the last video, so I'm going to use it. And this is a function. So if it's not a user, just return the user does not exist. And also I need to verify their password So I'm going to use check password function that we also created last video. But this one is taking password, the plain text, and compare it to the hashed password inside the database. So it's not a valid password, returns the password is not valid. So if both the email and password are correct, we're gonna create a JWT token. So let's generate the token. First, we need to set the data to pass it to the create access token. I'm gonna get it. The ID and the email. Yeah, the email. Need this. Okay. Now we need to pass the token data to the function. We first need to import it. Create access token. Let's just import it here. It's from or that yes. Import. Let's create. Oh, not security. See. Okay, now we can pass the token data to it. Okay, this token will be used in future requests to prove the identity of this, the logged in user. Finally, we can return the response. So we're gonna return, I'm gonna return the token and the token type, and I'm gonna return the user, some data about the user. I'm gonna return the ID and the email and the username. Yeah, this is all the data I'm gonna return when the user login. Okay, now that we've finished building the logic for login, the final step is to create an API endpoint. This is what the front end is gonna call. So in routes, I'm gonna add another one for the login, but let's just set the router. Okay, yeah, and it's gonna take the user login requests. Then we're gonna call the service. So logged user. I'm gonna await to the login user. Okay, I'm gonna give it that email. So I'm gonna pass the email and password that the user going to enter. So if error happens, return an exception. Let's add it here. Okay. And finally, I'm going to return the logged user. So just let's open Postman and see how this works. Let's open Postman. Okay, it's connected. Okay, let's try just to register the same user we've created last time. Yeah, it should say user already exists because we're using the same email. Just create another one for the login. Let's get the body JSON. Let's just try to log in with the same user we've created. Okay, so yeah, it's working, and it returned the access token and user info. Let's try to use wrong password. It's invalid password. Use it. About invalid email. Okay, great. So the login is working. So that's now for this video. See you next time.